Chapter 7, Sharpen the Saw, The 7 Habits of Highly Effective People by Stephen R. Covey. Welcome back to Billionaire Mindset Audiobooks. We've reached the final habit from Stephen Covey's classic, The 7 Habits of Highly Effective People. We've learned to be proactive, to have vision, to put first things first, to think win-win, to listen with empathy, and to synergize. Now we arrive at Habit 7, Sharpen the Saw, the habit of renewal, balance, and continuous growth. Covey says this habit is the one that makes all the others possible. Part 1. The Story of the Woodcutter. Covey begins with a simple story. Imagine a man sawing down a tree. He is sweating, exhausted, and making slow progress. You suggest, why don't you take a break and sharpen the saw? The man replies, I don't have time to sharpen the saw. I'm too busy sawing. Of course, the irony is clear. If he took time to sharpen the saw, his work would be faster and easier. This is the essence of Habit 7. If we don't renew ourselves, physically, mentally, emotionally, spiritually, our effectiveness dulls. We burn out. We lose balance. We stop growing. Part 2. The 4 Dimensions of Renewal. Covey explains that sharpening the saw means regularly renewing the 4 dimensions of life: physical renewal, exercise, nutrition, rest, stress management. If your body is weak, your mind and emotions suffer too. Billionaires like Richard Branson and CEOs like Jeff Bezos emphasize fitness and rest because they know their body is the foundation of productivity. Mental renewal. Reading, writing, learning, challenging your mind. Warren Buffett spends hours each day reading. Bill Gates takes think weeks to read and reflect. Mental sharpness comes from lifelong learning, not just formal education. Emotional and social renewal. Building strong relationships, practicing empathy, spending quality time with loved ones. Stephen Covey reminds us that effectiveness is not just about tasks, but about connection. Without love, trust, and meaningful bonds, even great success feels empty. Spiritual renewal. Reflection, prayer, meditation, connecting with your deeper values and purpose. This is the center that grounds you when life becomes chaotic. Leaders like Gandhi, Mandela, and modern visionaries drew strength from spiritual grounding. If you neglect any of these 4 areas, your saw grows dull. Renewal is not optional, it's essential. Part 3. Balance and synergy in renewal. Sharpening the saw is not about indulging or escaping. It's about balanced, intentional renewal. When you exercise, you're not just working on your body, you're improving discipline and confidence. When you read, you're not just filling your mind, you're opening new perspectives that strengthen empathy and leadership. Each area of renewal strengthens the others. Together, they create synergy within yourself. Part 4. Why we avoid renewal. So why don't people sharpen the saw? Because like the woodcutter, they say, I don't have time. But Covey reminds us, sharpening the saw is what gives you more time, more energy, and more effectiveness. Skipping exercise, ignoring relationships, neglecting rest, avoiding reflection, all of these might save time in the short term, but cost far more in the long run. Habit 7 is about playing the long game. Part 5. Practical ways to sharpen the saw. Here are some ways you can live Habit 7. Schedule daily physical movement, even if it's just a walk. Dedicate 30 minutes each day to reading or learning. Make time each week to connect deeply with family or friends. Start or end your day with quiet reflection, meditation, or journaling. These small practices compound into extraordinary renewal over time. Part 6. Sharpening the saw as a lifestyle. Habit 7 is not a one-time act. It's a lifestyle of balance, growth, and continuous improvement. It keeps your body healthy, your mind sharp, your relationships strong, and your spirit grounded. And when you live this way, the other 6 habits become sustainable. Habit 7, Sharpen the Saw, is about living a life of renewal. It reminds us that true effectiveness comes from balance, not burnout. This completes our journey through the 7 habits of highly effective people. Remember, be proactive. Begin with the end in mind. Put first things first. Think win-win. Seek first to understand, then to be understood. Synergize. And finally, sharpen the saw. Together, these habits form a powerful framework for personal and professional success. Thank you for listening to Billionaire Mindset Audiobooks. Subscribe and stay tuned as we continue to bring you wisdom from the world's greatest books.